Delegates, it's now my great privilege to introduce to you the leader that has led this party to unprecedented electoral success and in one short year in office has done so much to restore the reputation of this country abroad and to assist in the process of stabilising the economy and of emphasising over and over again the most important issue of all, job creation. I give you the party leader, Deputy Eamon Gilmore.
A chahirirlí agus a cháirde. Fáilte go gaillimh agus don cógáil céad bliain de Pháirtí an Locht Oibre. Céad bliain ó hin, bhunaí Séamus ó Coníla agus Séamus ó Lorcáin, Pháirtí an Locht Oibre. Is féidir linn, cuimhnú le bród an méid atá déanta ag an glúiseacht idir ó hinné le. Níl sé ach breis agus bliain ó hin, ó thug sibh mhuir cad dúin or fórte ghlacha I rialtas náisiúnta. Amanta ba bhliain Jackar a bhí an. Ach tá is agam go bhfuil tús má déanta agin ar gúrú. Chun acnamíocht na tíre a sprágu agus postana nua a chruthú. Tá is agam thámai go bhfuil an misneach agin na cinntí ceart a thógáil ins na ceithre bliana atá roin chun an tír seo a chatta ar an móthar ceart a rís. Colleagues and friends, welcome to the Labour Party's Centenary Conference. This weekend, we will debate here about 160 motions. But it is to a different motion that I want to turn my attention tonight. 100 years ago, James Connolly and Jim Larkin proposed a motion to the 1912 conference of the Irish Trade Union Congress, which resolved that the independent representation of labour upon all public boards be and is hereby included among the objectives of this Congress. With the passing of that motion, this party was founded and a century of struggle, campaigning and achievement was begun. This conference is the first in 15 years that has been held with Labour in government. These are serious times, and we have serious work to do. But for all the difficulties that our country faces, and through which we must steer, it is right that we take this moment to reflect on what we have achieved over the past century, on how far we have come, and the work that we still must do. We can look back with pride on our first century and look forward with determination to the second century of Labour. For 100 years, Labour has been at the heart of democracy and progress in Ireland. All too often, the Labour movement has been written out of the official historical script by those who prefer to take a simple Celtic Rangers view of Irish history. This year, we have the opportunity to redress that balance, to honour the role played by Labour in shaping modern Ireland from the time of our foundation to the present day. Labour was there at every moment of crisis. The lockout in 1913, the Easter Rising in 1916. Labour was there during the struggle for independence when the Labour movement led a general strike against conscription, uniting the country and laying the foundations for the First Dáil. Perhaps unwisely, but from a wish to avoid division, Labour stood back from the election of 1918, but the party was central to events in the years that followed. It was Tom Johnson who crafted the democratic programme of the First Dáil, which declared the desire of the Irish people to be ruled in accordance with the principles of liberty, equality and justice for all. It was Labour that provided a constructive opposition at the foundation of the state, ensuring that from the outset Ireland would have a multi-party democracy. Labour was pivotal to the establishment of the state, and we were pivotal also to the shaping of modern Ireland. In government or in opposition, Labour and Labour people has always been at the forefront of progressive thinking and social change. Think of the work done by Noel Brown and Brendan Corish in building a fair and modern health service, work that Roisin Shortall is continuing today. Building up the system of social protection under people such as Frank Cluskey and Prentice de Rossa. Introducing modern labour law, improving housing conditions, fighting for the rights of women led by pioneers like Mary Robinson and Eileen Desmond, fighting for the opening up of Irish society, liberalising laws on divorce and contraception and decriminalising homosexual acts, standing with the Irish Congress of Trade Unions for peace and democracy and opposing sectarianism in Northern Ireland, working for peace at Sunningdale in the 1970s and paving the way for the peace process with Dick Spring. None of this was easy. Every single part of it was hard fought, often in the face of fierce resistance, fought for by party members and activists and by public representatives, and there are many here in this hall who are veterans of those campaigns. There are people here who know what it was like when Labour was attacked from the pulpit, who know the aggression that we faced because we stood for a peaceful and inclusive Ireland, a fairer and better Ireland, an open, tolerant and progressive Ireland. None of it was easy, but it was all worthwhile. And as we look around us today, we can be proud of what we have achieved. Ireland today is a better place because of Labour's work and Labour's struggle. Our 99th year was also our most successful. Today, we have the largest number of councillors, senators, deputies and MEPs that we've ever had. And in a moment of great joy and hope, the man who opened our last conference as President of the Labour Party is today Uachtarán na hÉireann, Michael D. Higgins. Tonight, we think back with pride and gratitude to the men and women who founded this party. People who came from thatched cottages and tenements, from some of the worst slums in Europe. People who had almost nothing but courage and conviction, faith in the possibility of a better tomorrow, faith in each other, and the courage to face the powerful and stake their claim. At its heart, Labour is far more than a political movement. It is an idea. The idea that we are all born to be free and equal, and that humanity flourishes when we work with and for each other. For us, solidarity is an objective and a tool. The society we seek to build is marked by solidarity, and solidarity is the means of achieving it. The fundamental goals of this party have not changed in the past 100 years, nor will they change in the next 100. They are the goals written on placards by Irish immigrant textile workers in Lawrence, Massachusetts, when they went on strike in 1912 declaring, "We want bread and we want roses too." We believe that everyone should have the means to provide a decent livelihood for themselves and their families, and we believe in building a society where we can all grow to the fullness of our potential. That the enormous human potential that resides in each of us can only fully flourish with the support of all of us. We believe in equality. We believe in what to us is a self-evident truth, that our common humanity is more powerful, more unifying and more compelling than any division of race, gender, class or creed. And because we believe that, we seek an equal chance for everyone to flourish, to have bread and to have roses too. And because we believe in the supremacy of our common humanity, we have always fought to build alliances with those of goodwill in other countries who believe the same. We can be proud that it was a Labour delegation to the Congress of the Second Socialist International at Bern in Switzerland in February 1919 who were the first Irish delegation to be recognised at an international forum. And we can be proud of our links with the Party of European Socialists, the Socialist International, and of our close fraternal ties with the Labour parties in the United Kingdom and Australia. Today, our belief in human rights is reflected in the solidarity that we continue to show with the world's poor and in our commitment to peace and multilateralism. Our mission has always been to serve not kings or kaisers, but the people of Ireland. We have done so with honour and integrity, and no tribunal of inquiry has ever found otherwise. Today, we again face what may be one of our greatest challenges. The state that Labour helped to found is confronted by an economic crisis that has at times threatened to overwhelm it. The Irish people are once more confronted by fundamental needs: the need for good jobs, for secure incomes, for the chance to build a life in their own country. We are once more thrown back to the very basic concerns that motivated the founders of this party. The work that we have to do is to guide our country through this crisis, and from it to build a better Ireland, to take our country back and to renew our republic. It won't be easy, but that is nothing new for Labour. Every battle we have ever fought has been difficult and every achievement hard won. Those who pretend that there is an easy way have their own agenda, but ours is a progressive agenda, securing economic recovery, building a better and fairer Ireland. In the course of our first century, we have had more than our fair share of difficult times. Looking back, we have been at our best when we have been unified. We have been at our best when we have been out actively campaigning. We have been at our best when we have been at the heart of political debate. This is a moment of great crisis for our country, but it is from moments like these that new directions are set. The great lesson from our history is that we should never stand back, never be content to let others drive the agenda, never walk away from problems or confine ourselves to a narrow set of concerns. We are the party of Labour, but it has always been our goal to represent every section of Irish society and every corner of Ireland. We are facing great challenges, but Labour is up for the challenge. This is a moment for pride, it is a moment for courage. This weekend, we will reflect on and discuss and debate how we will carry forward that work. This weekend, we begin the second century of Labour. Thank you.